Every journey starts with a single step, then another, and another, until it becomes a simple line of footprints across a wilderness frontier. But if the journey is worthy, others will follow, adding their own unique footprints to the growing path. Freemasonry is one such path taken and created by many different people from many different backgrounds to explore the frontiers of what it means to become a better man in a changing society. The history of our state and the noble craft it has nurtured are testaments to diversity themselves. It is likely the initial tracks of Freemasonry came here with the French military during the early days of exploration and settlement in the 1700s. But the first clear Masonic steps were those taken by the British at Fort Detroit when they formed a permanent lodge there in 1764, the first Masonic lodge west of the Allegheny Mountains. Our frontier land, being surrounded by the traveled waterways, offered opportunities rarely seen in trade and industry. Michigan Freemasonry soon reflected the diversity of the men drawn to these opportunities, as immigrants from around the globe converged on our state trade centers and created lodges unique in character that evolved naturally from the varied backgrounds of the new arrivals. Lodges with rituals in the German language for those from Germany. Lodges made up primarily of Syrians or Swedes, Danish or Dutch, Jews or Muslims, all meeting on the level as one brotherhood to forge the path to further light. Michigan Masons have followed this path to explore their own frontier and build a character rich in diversity of both the land they call home and the men they call brothers. Those brothers here before us, those with us now, and those who will come.
Bringing good men of diverse background, be it religious, social, economic, race, creed, etc., all together under one roof, seeking reasons to agree, as opposed to in normal society it seems as though we're constantly seeking reasons to disagree.
It used to be that every man was part of a social club, but as that fell out, I think we as men lost something, that connection to our fellow man that's no longer in our society, and I believe Freemasonry is the best vehicle to reestablish that lost relationship between men.
The way that I describe brothers in Mason, it's not like a melting pot where everybody just becomes the same, but more like a salad bar where you have a big salad, you got lettuce there, you got tomatoes there, you got all these different, now we're not all the same. You got all these different unique ingredients all put in one big bowl, and that's what we are. We're all different in our own different in our own different ways, but when we come together, we're just a big salad bowl.
Brotherhood is the thing that connects all of us. Beyond what we do as a lodge individually, beyond what we do as brothers individually, the common thread that holds us together that I've seen throughout all of my travels is brotherhood.
When we come to realize that the differences are what make us stronger, then that translates into the craft itself in terms of being a more viable fraternity. Never have to forget that we are in a fraternity, a brotherhood of diverse individuals, but with a common goal of making ourselves better men.
For me, it's the ability to do the things that maybe I've always been called to do or have found a calling to do. And so it's the ability to believe in myself and the ability to go out and be a leader when it's time to lead and to be a soldier when it's time to be led.
My definition of Freemasonry is bettering myself to become more than just an everyday guy and to be part of something bigger.
And being part of the community and being there to help not just your brothers but the community at large.
is that we have brothers from all walks of life that come into the lodge and come together to form a whole.
A true brotherhood. When I am referred to as a brother, I strongly believe that I am a brother and I am talking to a brother.
It has helped teach me to become a better person.
I feel great helping other people. I feel good when people offer to help me. And I know that I can depend on my brothers, and they know they can depend on me.
Just a couple of years ago, while my worshipful master was Native American and the chaplain was Native American, and they brought the community drum from the tribe into the lodge, and they blessed the area that the drum was sitting west of the altar, and the local drummers from the tribe came in and actually drummed 3 songs for our elder. And I can tell you that the drum was strong that night, and the hearts were soft. And I learned a lot about that culture. And for that, I am very grateful and thankful. Language.
Now, when you come as a Mason, when you come to our lodge, you meet us these different people. When you meet these different people, you expand yourself in a different direction. You get some extra knowledge. You see things that you didn't saw before because you was never exposed to that kind of thinking.
With Freemasonry, you have the opportunity to meet people who you otherwise would never have had a social relationship with.
I believe that Freemasonry captures diversity because one thing in Freemasonry, you're all in the level. So it doesn't matter your social, economic, it doesn't matter what your background may be or who you are currently or your status in life. Freemasonry is that great equalizer.
We are the last of the intellectual fraternities. We aren't designed to be anything more than a place where men can meet on the level, that we are pillars in our own community, that we are a light source, that we push out light and radiance of knowledge and invite people to come into our light and learn to become better.
But there is an evolution of society where we're beginning to realize that there are more commonalities than there are differences between us.
I envision in the next 20 years Michigan lodges to reflect this rainbow of color, this palette of different ideas and thoughts that we're able to bring to the table, where no longer there will be one set of ideas, but this whole host of ideas that will only enrich the craft in the future.
My hope that the result of all this dialogue is that ultimately our lodges and our Grand Lodge is reflective of the community in which we exist. To me, that is the ultimate goal of existing as an organization.
I believe growth is the key substance to any organization, any fraternity, any business, any family. If you're not changing, right, you're dying. And by us, our change comes from new members and new ways of thinking and new reach outs and growing the minds of our brothers as we get together for our lodge. I mean,
it's just a matter of being at the right place at the right time, and I think it's going to happen. And I'm hoping and praying that it will, because we can make this country a better place if we all work together at it. I know we can.
For over 200 years, Michigan Masons have led the way on this path, leaving their footprints for others to follow by mapping the uncharted terrain of land, leadership, and industry. Yes, the Freemasons of Michigan have a long history of bridging the distances that separate land and men. Today, Michigan lodges are welcoming brothers to meet on the level who introduce new frontiers of diversity and acceptance, and are destined to continue that legacy into the future with their different and unique lights added to the coming light.